Hey everybody, welcome to Fishing Planet. My name is the Lady, and this is video number 2 of learning a lake. In previous video I talked to you guys about the importance of trying to discover things on your own actually, and we went through all the fish species and what type of info you could gather from it. So today we are going to talk about structure, which is the first letter in the S.P.O.T technique I tried to teach you guys. So structure is very important, and for this video we will be going to Mudwater River. Over there I read all the descriptions and preferred baits and whatnot, and I've come up with the following 3 setups to take with me. First is the Telefloat 650 with the Inspirecast 2000 mono 0.18mm line, oval bobber hook. Ooh, still had a hook 4 on it. Let's throw it in there. Hook 6. And secondly, I've got a Nero 390. This one can handle a bit heavier fish with a Prima 2500 mono 0.25mm line and chubby bobber hook 2/0. And thirdly, I've got a casting reel with me as well, spinning reel I should say, lure, value spin 260 with windcast 2500 and braid 0.1mm line. Now as for hooks, I decided to go with the number 1 for the average fish, hook 6 for the smaller ones, and then hook 1/0 and 2/0 for the bigger ones. And those are the lines that I have on my setups. Then I've got grubs with me and shads with a jig head, 3 bass jigs, casting spoons and medium spoons, and for bait was determined that small cut bait was heavily required, small minnows, semolina balls and bloodworms. Small cut bait and small minnows are mostly for the predatory fish, and semolina balls and bloodworms are more for the smaller type of fish. So we are going to take that with us. Of course, do not forget your license. So here we go. Travel to Mudwater River. So S.P.O.T or S.P.O.T, that stands for structure, preference, observations and technique. And today it will be about structure. So here we are in Missouri. We got 3 packs that we can visit. Let's start with that one over there, Pike Challenge, and let's click on it. So whenever you go to a new lake, the first thing that I like to do, actually, let's minimize that one. First thing that I like to do is actually just have a look and walk around. So we got all these paths and things like that. Yeah, it is St. Patrick's event, so we can actually pick up some stuff. I'll do that later in another video. And currently the water is green in Missouri, in Mudwater River, and that also has to do with the St. Patrick's Day event. But yeah, as you can see, so structures, what are those? Well, it's actually everything in and near the water. We've got lily pads and weeds over here. Up ahead we've got reeds. There's a dead tree standing over there. There is a dead tree over there. And over here we got another dead tree, and then there we've got a square of 4 dead trees standing in the water. So, and we already see some splashes over there. Now, where is very important for structures, every real life fisher will notice, is that fish like to either hide from predators, or the predatory fish like to get into a spot where they can actually ambush their prey fish. So that is why structures are so very important, because everything that is in the water can either provide shelter or can provide a perfect setup for ambushing. So whenever you're fishing, say here, near some weeds and lily pads and reeds, that is always a great spot to find different type of fish. Now if we discover the rest of the lake, here we go, we can make a turn, and that will lead to Pike Challenge. And then over here we got another spot, and this one is actually not on the map. This pack over here. It is actually in between Pike Challenge and Lost Songs of Summer. It's over there. And here we find some more reeds next to the water. And then over there we have those same 4 dead logs. And now we can reach it from here. Again, you guys can see some splashing in the water, so that definitely indicates some fish. Then here is a full open body of water. That is nice. And then up ahead there are some more reeds. And we got a willow over there. So it's always good to find places where you can find structures and that you can reach them from multiple angles, because that will give you the upper hand in... Oh, we got another pot over there. That will definitely give you the upper hand when it comes to fishing. So over here, for instance, we got a very nice line of reeds that go this way. So what all you would need to do is just cast over there, reel in your line, and that will actually give you a very straight retrieval where there are lots of fish that can start attacking your lure from inside these reeds. Also panfish, of course, quite a lot. Over here, it is a bit hard to see, but here actually there are lily pads, and you can see a bit of splashing around there as well. That is good cover for fish. And over here, so we got that tree, we got some weeds. But if I stand all the way over here, I'm not sure you guys can see it. No, I cannot. What I can do though is the graphics on fast for a second. Let's see if it shows up now. A bit better. Look out. Over here you got a dead log sticking out. You know what? It's a bit hard to see, but that is also a great place for fish to actually come out of. There we go. Now I've got it highlighted. So there you see a stump of a tree hanging above the water, and we've got all kinds of fish jumping. So what do we need to do? Well, actually there's another pack that we can go to, which is across from the lake. But just in general, to learn a new lake, just first walk and try to discover new places. So we are currently here. We got in the T section. Actually, you can go left and right. If you go right, see, we've got canoes standing, and we got some reeds over there, over here as well, and then we've got the huge willow that hangs a bit over it. So that would be a good place. Now let's see, up here is where we can fish as well. Now we are surrounded by reeds. We got them over there and we got them over there, but as you can see, we can now actually reach these little inlets in between the reeds that we could not from that spot or from from the spot over there. So that is always a good spot to go after fish as well. And we go stand all the way here. There's another one. And you can even cast over there. And there's some more body of water. Moving on. So it's always a good thing to walk around, see where you can actually fish. For instance, here as well. Now there are the 4 dead trees. And over here, it's a bit hard to see, but this will give you a clear line of retrieval. See some splashing over there as well. And then here too, more open water. And the road continues over here. And this is actually the final pack. So this will allow you to reach the opposite side from a Pike Challenge, which is over there. The 4 dead trees, which is over there. The pack that was not on the map, which is over there. This is one that's actually also not on the map. And then over there we got more open body of water. And then that is Last Songs of Summer. So alright, now that we've done that, what can we do? Well, let's start. Go back to Pike Challenge. So this is where we started. And what you can actually do is just go and fish at each structure that you find. So for instance here, we see lilies. Now of course, such a short distance, I would not advise to do lure fishing. It would be much better if you, for instance, were to cast over there, so you can actually make some more meters. So in this one we are going to float fish. There we go. Let's see, I'll put it on M11. Currently I've got the latest set to 50 centimeters. And what I would like you guys to do when you're learning a lake, of course we got minimum depth, which is 10 centimeters I think, yeah, 10. And we got max depth, which is 250 centimeters or 99 inches. If you read the descriptions of a fish, sometimes it will give you an inkling as to whether you have to fish them at max depth or more close towards the surface. In general though, I can give you guys a couple of advice, which is for small fish, pen fish, 50 centimeters 9 times out of 10 works. I'd say fish between, say, if you want to go after the pen fish, fish between 35 centimeters and 1 meter, 1 meter being the max. If you want to go after predatory fish like a pike, bass, bowfin, that kind of stuff, go with 90 centimeters or 30 inches. That works very well 9 times out of 10. You can also go to say 120 centimeters, 150 centimeters, so that will be 40 inches, 50 inches. That works as well, but in general it's the predatory fish that swim mid-water instead of lurk on the bottom or swim very close to the surface. 90 centimeters is 30 inches is a very good way to start. Now if you want of course the bottom fish, then just set it to max depth. If you do notice that your bobber is going flat, just lower it say by 25 centimeters every time, or say 10 inches, until you notice that your bobber is leveling up and stands straight in the water again. Then you know that you're at max depth. But yeah, like I said, in general for predatory fish, float fishing them, that will be 90 centimeters. Alright, so let's just give it a try. We'll cast over there. That was a bit too far, so you can just reel it in a bit till you're next to it. There you go. And now all that you do is just wait. Of course you also need to have a look at the current. So in this case it goes from left to right. Now if you want to have more penfish going after it, what you could do is cast over here and then let the current take your bob. But as you guys can see, you already got some action going on. So in general I would say that, ooh, I got that one out of the water a bit too fast. But in general I would say lily pads in the middle of the water is very good for penfish, and then also for predatory fish, but not so much for predatory fish in the sense of pike. Pike are more close towards the shores, I've noticed. So if you do find a body or reed, it's more likely to find pike over there than just having this body of lily pads in the water and then try and go after that one. Here we go, first fish. And this of course is a penfish, a blacktail shiner. Now that we've fished at this spot, and once you got a couple of more fishes, you will actually learn what type of fish there is. So then you move on to another spot. So we had the lily pads over there. Now let's see what we can get from those square 4 dead trees. I'm going to switch rods. Like I said, it's pike that get more close towards reeds over here. So let's start with small minnows, hook 2 odd. See what we get there. 90 centimeters is the depth. Now do need to watch out for the event fish at the moment, because currently during the St. Patrick's Day event you can fish for leprechaun and for rody bass. Those fish are very strong, and even though I'm currently level 16, the rods that I brought with me are actually not strong enough to handle these type of fish. Now, if you're not comfortable, or you just do not know what type of hook to use, or what hook size, I would advise just start with the small ones and build it up. So if you're not sure if a 2/0 hook will work, but you feel more confident using a number 1 hook, then put a number 1 hook on first. If you notice that you start to get a couple of catches, then switch to a 1/0. If that still gives you the same result, then switch to a 2/0 hook. And so on and so forth, until you notice that you are not catching as much anymore. Then you'll know that that is at the max. Here we go, we caught ourselves a chain pike. Alright, so now we know that over here there's chain pike, and over there are lily pads. Those were panfish. Let's move on to Last Songs of Summer. Here we had this very nice line of reeds, so that would be ideal to do some lure fishing. So we can stand all the way over there. We can also stand a bit more here, so we can actually cast more alongside the reeds. Let's see, all the way over there. There we go. Let's angle our rod just a little bit, so I know that the retrieval will go like this instead of go like that, so it gets closer to the reeds. And stop and go is what I'll be using. Nice and easy. Let's see if we can lure something out of its shelter. Nothing yet, but we'll get there. Now, for those of you that want to go after the bottom fish, I'd say try always not to cast too close to the shore, where the bottom is still a bit too shallow, but try to find an open body of water, and preferably cast more towards the center of it than very close to the shore. For instance, you could do some bottom fishing over here, but this is not as deep as, for instance, here. Here the river is much deeper, so keep that in mind whenever you're doing want to do some bottom fishing. Do not stand too close to the reeds, but give yourself and the fish a bit more room, and fish a bit further into the river. Alright, so we almost reeled this one in, and we did not get anything at my... Oh! We did get something. I just was too quickly in reeling it in. But that already shows that there is at least some activity going on. Now, also see some splashes over there, so that is also a good thing to know. But because we didn't hook the fish, and this might happen a couple of times to you, what you can do is, of course, switch either the color of the lure that you're using, just switch the type of lure that you're using, or go with a smaller lure. So currently I had 2/0 on. Let's see if we can hook something with a 1. I'll actually also change the color, so there we go. Now got 1 silver casting spoon on it. And let's see if we can hook something now. 40 meters out. Now, if you do not catch something in the first 2-3 tries, do not give up straight away. Do not give up straight away. What I in general do is cast 10 times at the same spot or at the same distance when it comes to lure fishing, and only then do I swap places. Do not give up after 2 or 3 tries, because that is truly not enough to truly learn a spot. You need to go over it a couple of times. For me it is 10 times. Some swear with 20, others say nah, 8 is enough. But yeah, give it be patient and give it a couple of tries, and do not think that after just 1 or 2 times without anything happening that the place is empty. We had a small nibble over there, but it let go. Alright, well, that did not pan out for us this time as well. But like I said, do not give up too easily. Just keep on trying, keep on trying. Now for the last, let's go over here and let's do some open water fishing. For this I would like to get that on with small cut bait, set to max depth. Switch rods, because we got this nice open body of water. Let's throw it over here and then just let's see what happens. There we go, the bobber strains out. Give it a bit more. So now it's perfectly in center of the lake. And this will be the ideal spot for bottom feeders. Now also, but that is something that I'll cover more in the upcoming movies of this show. Of course, weather plays and time play a huge part in when to fish. For instance, currently it is 6 AM in the morning. I'm going after bottom fish, but bottom fish in general start waking up a bit later in the day. For instance, catfish, which is what I'm currently targeting, catfish and black bullheads. They're not as active as, for instance, bass is in the early morning, or panfish, or chain pike. So even though I would completely blank out in 10 tries, it would still not mean that there's not fish. It could very well be that it's just completely the wrong time that you are fishing. Let's reel this baby in for a second. Let's fast forward time to say 4 in the afternoon. Let's cast out again. There we go. We need to wait a second for the water goes like that. There we are. So time is definitely, and the weather, of course, those two are definitely a factor when it comes to fishing as well. But yeah, so spot, structure, preference, observation, and technique. Those 4 elements always are intertwined with each other. They sort of make a puzzle and complete the puzzle if you start doing things correctly, and if you start fitting the pieces in more and more together, then it will definitely help you in catching fish, but moreover in learning the lake, and also learning how to play this game actually, and just go after the fish yourself instead of just having to ask folks either in the room, or look on YouTube, or read guides, or ask stuff on the forums. This is a much better way, and for me personally, I'd say this is also a more fun way, because you get to learn things on your own, and then you can reap the rewards from it. So that is definitely what I'd recommend to you guys to do as well. Now let's see. We had a nibble. Let's see if it pans out. There we go, another nibble, another one. Yeah, fish on. And here we go. Catfish. There we are. Nice fella. Channel catfish. We'll keep this one. Alright folks, so that it is it for structure. I hope that you guys have learned a bit from this video, and that it helps you in discovering a lake on your own and learning a lake on your own. In the next video I'll talk to you guys about preferences, which is the second letter in S.P.O.T. And well, I'll see you then. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, give it a like. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you later. Happy days, tight lines. Bye bye.